What's up, everyone? I'm here with my good friend Michael. Michael, would you mind introducing yourself, please?
Hey JK, yeah guys, this is Mike here. Big into passive income streams and super grateful to have connected with JK.
Hi, man. So why don't you tell people a little bit about how many clients you've got and how much have you made from Twitter?
Yeah, so it's kind of crazy because started with JK right at the beginning of September, so not even a month yet. Contractually, I have 7 clients already, so 31K this month. And I actually have a prospect driving to my town today to meet, and that would be another 6K trying to close by the end of September.
That's a good stuff, dude. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So your case was really, really good. Could you walk us through what your strategy was and why did you think you won over people who sell similar stuff to you?
Yeah, I think we all kind of struggle with this idea of there's already people out there doing it. But as you know, in life, it's not always the best product that wins, so to speak. So what I really did was double down on a niche, and then I needed a place that was going to hold me accountable, and that's where I came across JK's group. And I mean, I can't say enough good things about that experience to date. And we can dive into that, JK, if you'd like.
Yeah, walk us through the thing we talked about on the weekly call. You were showing people what your strategy was to land these
Yeah.
clients. Somebody can learn from it.
Yeah. So, well, it's your playbook, and it's what you kind of help us students with TNC do. But ultimately, it's consistency. And so there's kind of 3 non-negotiables every week. The first one is 3 tweets a day, 3 threads a week minimum, and then the most powerful thing for me that's all 7 clients came from was 50 outbound DMs a day. So sending out 250 to 300 DMs a week, funneling them to a landing page with my kind of niche solution to their pain, and then a Calendly link to schedule a call. And it's crazy because when I started September 1st with you and your team, I think I had less than 1,000 followers, and I still only have 2,500 or so, I think. But it's the outbound DMs that has been, I think, the game changer in the process.
So likes and cash.
You bet. Likes and not cash at all.
There you go. Can
Yeah.
you explain to the people listening what was in that DM and what do you think they were so effective?
Yeah. Well, as part of the onboarding with your team, what was fascinating was the 4D diagram. You think about, for me in passive income streams, every one of my 7 clients is a parent, and they all had the fear of losing their 9 to 5. They had the fear of not being able to provide for their family. And that's exactly the diagram you built out for me in my marketing message. And it's just fascinating. Like, I talk to these customers like you're probably talking with me, and I learn just as much from them as they're learning about vending machines from me. Like, it's been truly that whole experience. That's now I'm all in on growing my revenue through social media.
Nice. I noticed you do more threads than auto DMs. Is there a reason for that?
Uh, Probably because just lack of experience with auto DMs. That Loom video I did for my first auto DM this week, that was kind of like the first Loom. So I just got to get more comfortable on kind of what I'm offering for that auto DM.
Got it. And what would you say to people that maybe are sending a few DMs a day, they're not getting responses because they might feel like it's not effective, it's not working, or it doesn't work for them, or they need to do something? You have any advice if DMs are not working for somebody?
100%, and that's normal. And I would say that if you know the sport of baseball, to make the All-Star game or to be good in baseball, your batting average is 300, which means you fail 7 out of 10 times, and you're an all-star. You're considered the best of the best. And so I'll do 50 DMs a day, and I'll be lucky to get 3 responses. But those 3 responses lead to, let's say, 2 calls, which leads to a 50% conversion. So at the end of the day, you just got to work backwards from your goals. If your goal is to make 10 grand a month and your product offering is 5K, then you need 2 customers. And to get to 2 customers, you need, let's say, 5 calls. And to get 5 calls, you need 100 DMs. And if you need 100 DMs, spread that out over a week. And again, it's the daily habits to get to that outcome goal that really are kind of the difference that we focus on.
Nice. I had somebody on a space today say, hey, I've been doing DMs and it's not been working well. And I asked her, well, how many have you sent? She's like, oh, I've sent 3. I'm like, well, I think that's the issue, right? Like you need 300 DMs.
A game of odds right there. Exactly. Yeah. And for people like me that are starting out, I don't have the followers to get a tweet and drive all this traffic to my page, maybe like you do. I always say persistence is a multiplier. So you might as well be persistent and reach out to them.
Yeah. If they haven't blocked you, you could still DM them.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
How do you know who to DM?
So kind of my goal is to be an authority figure in passive income. And so what I do is a couple of the people I look up to, I go through their followers, or I go through like tweets, or it might not even be about vending. It might be just cash flow businesses. And I just kind of scrape, Cody Sanchez did a tweet about a promo video for a credit card reader for vending machines, and it got like 75 likes. And so clearly they have an interest in that, or in Cody as a passive income thought leader. So that's typically how I go about it. Full transparency, it could probably be more systemized, but rather than just going cold turkey, I try to make it a little more where they've shown a signal, like liking someone's tweet about passive income.
Yeah, Russell Brunson talks about that in Traffic Secrets. He calls it the Dream 100. If you really want to find your market, find where they already hanging out and just throw hooks at them. In your case, you're DMing 50 people a day and you're throwing 50 hooks a day. The likelihood that you're going to have someone's interest, given that you're throwing hooks, you have a good offer, and you're going for your market where they are, is extremely high.
Yeah.
But people don't understand that,
Well, that's what when I signed up for your program, like the things that really resonated with me was the value. Like when we signed up, like we had to read $100 million offer, and that book, I've already shared it with 3 people this month. Like I've been buying it off Amazon to share as a gift to these people, because like they just got to get past that whole psychology of, well, someone's already doing it, why wouldn't they just buy from them? Or like, I still remember in Alex's chapter about psychology of pricing, and he's like, you need to say an offer where it's so high that you almost want to throw up in your mouth or start laughing, because there's that, like, people don't buy the cheap wine at the store, they buy the expensive wine because automatically they associate that it's going to taste better, which is not true.
Do you think people trust you more now that you have this account?
Absolutely. Yeah. It's organic. We've all been there. Like I had that same fear. Whoever's watching this video, I had the same fears you're having not even 2 months ago. And I would be glad to talk to you at any point, because I'm 1 month in and my ROI has already been through the roof. And now it's kind of not regret, but like, why wouldn't I have start? There's no better time than now to start, but like I've been missing out on this. And I'm just blessed to have come across you.
Well, I appreciate it, man. Thank you for the kind words.
Of course.
And so if you could point out maybe what was one or the two most valuable things you got from the program, what would they be?
Yeah, I was thinking about that initially, and there's all these like self-paced courses, and I'm reading Brendan Kane's book right now on 100, I think it's 1 million followers in 30 days. And what I needed was I needed accountability, and I needed a community of like-minded people going through the process at the same with me. And so that's where your community and accountability has been through the roof. I mean, tweeting 3 times a day is not exciting. You know, people will talk about how boring it gets and how they lose the fun in it, or writer's block for threads. And your accountability and your team have been freaking instrumental in getting through that. And then the community side, like you're surrounded by entrepreneurs. You know, you have this Slack channel called Wins, and it's like these guys are winning, we're winning. Like the best thing about a community like that is when everyone's winning, it's just like a fun, inspiring way to motivate you to keep going.
You're gonna make me cry, bro. Shit.
uh, it's legit, dude. Every time I wake up in the morning, I'm like, I'm gonna go to the Wins channel, or I'm gonna go to the accountability channel and just see, or even the engagement channel. Like if these people are posting threads every day, why can't I type a thing?
That's cool. That's really cool.
Yeah, you
It really
can't.
is. Yeah.
You're not gonna buy that on a self-paced course on how to grow your revenue from Twitter.
Well, I think you said a lot of basic things that I couldn't have planned. So thank you. I appreciate it. Well, can you tell people a little bit about what you're promoting and where can they find you and why should they absolutely work with you?
Yeah, of course. So I'm my Twitter handle is Mr. Passive _. I'm very big into having multiple income streams. So, and not relying on your 9 to 5 job or your 9 to 5 paycheck or what have you. So I have experience with vacation rentals and all kinds of things, but ultimately my current offering is helping people get set up with vending machine routes, because it's a very low capital. You know, a machine's a lot cheaper than buying a real estate home or putting a down payment on a house. So that's where a lot of the interest has come from. But I just love talking cash flow businesses with people, and ultimately financial freedom, and being able, like in my situation, being able to take my daughter to the playground whenever I want and not have to clock into a 9 to 5 and all that jazz.
Awesome. So Mr. Passive _ on Twitter, passive income. He's the man. Talk to him.
Appreciate that, JK. You're the
All right.
man. Yeah,
Thank you, man. Thank you for your time.
of course. Thank you.
See you around.
See you, bud.